What's good, everybody? Hello, welcome back for another movie reaction. I'm so happy that you're here. If you're new, my name is KL. Welcome in. Today I'm watching The Truman Show for the first time. This is a Jim Carrey movie that's been on my list for a while now, and I need to watch this movie. It is time. This isn't a movie where I'm going in completely blind. I am pretty sure I know what to expect with the story, and if this is supposed to be some big mystery or twist or whatever, probably that won't happen for me watching this today. So let me explain why I feel like I know what I'm about to watch. I've reacted to quite a number of movies and TV shows where this movie has come up as kind of like a recommendation or comparison. So people will leave comments like, oh wow, you really like this, you need to check out The Truman Show someday, implying that they're very similar. Or I'll get comments where people are like, this episode or this show or this movie reminds me so much of The Truman Show. And this movie also has come through in my suggestion form quite a lot. So I know that it's a very popular one. People really enjoy it. I'm really excited to watch it. Based on the fact that it's called The Truman Show and kind of knowing the things that I've watched that people compare it to or have left those types of comments on, I feel like I know what to expect. I feel like Jim Carrey's character is living a life that isn't what he thinks it is, or his whole reality is not what he thinks it is. TV show? Like, his life has been turned into a TV show. Why? No clue. But he discovers that it is, and then his whole worldview is shattered, and then it's about him trying to, like, I don't know, get out of it, or accept it, or something like that. Anyway, I'm excited for this journey. I'm excited to see what this character goes through. I'm excited to see how this story is presented, knowing that I enjoy things that people think are very similar to this. I know that Truman Show has been compared to Black Mirror. I don't have reactions to that, but back when I was watching Black Mirror, way back in the day before the reaction channel, I'd go on Reddit and I would read through like people's thoughts on the episodes, and there were a few of those episodes where people would mention The Truman Show. So I'm excited. I'm super hyped. And thank you so much for joining me. So before I get into the movie today, full length watch along, if you're interested in that, is over on my Patreon. Link is always in the pinned comment and description. You can grab the reaction directly if you want. You don't have to sign up to the membership to access it. Also subscribe to my channel. That would be awesome. Thank you in advance if you do that right now. I appreciate it. And with that, let's go ahead and get into the movie.
We've become bored with watching actors give us phony emotions. While the world he inhabits is, in some respects, counterfeit, there's nothing fake about Truman himself.
Oh, so no mystery at all. Like, we're literally told in the first scene that this man is in a TV show.
You're gonna have to go on without me.
Well, for me, there is no difference between a private life and a public life.
Nothing you see on this show is fake. It's merely controlled.
Truman, you're gonna be late.
Now, am I thinking Truman was his last name? I was really wrong about that. 10,909.
Good morning!
Morning!
Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Oh, there's going to be so many gifts from this movie that I've seen, isn't there? So they said that every part of this is controlled. So is this like some Hunger Games shit?
Here's a news flash just then. An aircraft in trouble began shedding parts.
This whole neighborhood looks so copy-paste, copy-paste.
Give me a paper there, will you, Errol? Oh, and, one of these for the wife.
This is the camera lens.
How are you guys?
Beautiful day, isn't it?
Always.
And how's your lovely wife?
So I don't ever make it rain here? Or snow? So what does he do for work? Kind of seems like nothing.
Fiji, please. Do you have a listing for Lauren Garland? Nothing listed.
I like his ring.
Okay, thank you. Lawrence.
Hey, Burbank. Got a prospect in Wells Park I need you to close.
Did you tear that out to...
I have an appointment. Dentist.
You're gonna lose a lot more than your teeth if you don't meet your quota.
Well, they're making cutbacks at the end of this month.
Why would this be entertaining to watch is my question.
Hello. Barry's still here, huh? Thought I might have missed it.
Or is it only when we have the lens look that it's the TV show? Fear of water? Fear of boats?
Do you need any help, sir? You go ahead. I'll be fine.
It's a chef's pal. It's a dicer, grater, peeler, all in one. Never need sharpening, dishwasher safe.
Not the fucking built-in advertisements.
Thing.
Also, this angle, I cannot.
Truman.
I guess, yeah, if people have the show on 24/7, they would have to fucking put ads right in it. Is that another one?
That is a beer.
Sure is.
What the hell's wrong with your job? You have a great job, Truman. Where's there to go?
Fiji.
Where the hell is Fiji?
See here?
Yeah.
This is us. And all the way around here, Fiji.
When are you gonna go?
It's not that simple.
I hope he makes it to Fiji. This isn't a very big place.
I don't like the look of that weather, son. I think we should head back.
Oh, no, Dad.
Oh, no wonder he's afraid of the water. Also, sorry, I'm just going to calculate how long 10,909 days is. One moment. 30 years, almost.
Oh.
Well, that kind of seems like a glitch.
I figured we can scrape together 8,000.
Every time you and Marlon get together,
We can
there's
bum around the world for a year on that.
And talking like a teenager.
Maybe I feel like a teenager.
We have mortgage payments, Truman. We have car payments, but we're just going to walk away from our financial obligations.
You can sell the assets.
You want to be an explorer.
We all think like this now and then.
He's tired of small town life.
Come to bed.
You never see anything anyway. They always turn the camera and the wind blows in and the curtains move.
So we're flipping between viewer and Truman. Hello?
Dad?
Out of the way! Stop it! Somebody stop it! Somebody stop the bus! Stop the bus!
Huh.
It doesn't sound insane at all, Truman. I see him 10 times a week.
He's like, nope, it's not what I'm talking about.
They never found Dad's body. Maybe somehow.
God,
I'm telling you, if it wasn't him, it was his twin.
You're just feeling bad because of what happened. But I've never blamed you, Truman.
So who's in the photo frame in the back? 2 kids. The same picture is there too, on the shelf. It was the exact same picture in 2 different places.
What are you doing down here?
Fixing the more.
I love that lamp.
You really ought to throw out that mower. Get one of those new elk rotaries.
The look at the camera too. I don't think his mother called. I think that maybe everyone is just sharing.
See, they got rid of her, but they couldn't erase the memory. The memory of who?
She's not real.
Spray this ankle. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm Meryl.
Hi, I'm Truman.
Hey.
Oh, interesting. This is a fun scene. She's like, why are you looking at her? There's a reason, though. Feels like she just got removed.
See you later.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Hi, I'm Truman Burbank. like your pen.
How's it going to end?
We have finals tomorrow.
If we don't go now, it won't happen. Do you understand?
Okay, we still have the lens effect. It's I feel like she knows how to not be in view of the cameras. Except they're everywhere.
This is my favorite pizza place. Tony!
They don't want me talking to you.
Then don't talk.
They're here. Listen to me. Everybody knows about it. Everybody knows everything you do. It's not Lauren, it's Sylvia. My name's Sylvia. Yeah.
Lauren, sweetheart, not again.
Like everyone are actors?
It's fake. It's all for you.
I don't
And the
understand.
sky and the
Come on,
sea,
honey.
everything. It's a set.
Brings all her boyfriends down here.
What's he saying? Truman, he's lying.
We're going to
See you in
Fiji.
school.
Fiji. We're moving to Fiji.
Well, that's where he gets the Fiji thing from. My understanding is like we're in the past right now. Like his past. Yeah, the sweater. Okay. So he's kept it this whole time.
Why didn't you just follow her to Fiji?
His mother got sick, really sick. He couldn't leave her. He's
Oh my gosh, the merch, the hats. Truman Bar.
We've already got this in the greatest hits tape.
I feel like those eyes look pretty close.
Remember, good driver. Good.
Stand by,
Oh boy.
Heading west on Stewart. Stand by all extras. Okay, he's making his turn onto Lancaster Square.
Yo. Okay.
Something's wrong. Change frequencies.
Ouch. It sometimes happens and it can drive you crazy. Okay, it's classical Clive back in gear.
Yeah. Weird. He's like, why didn't he come by and get a magazine? I love how this is filmed. Right now I have so many questions about how this came to be. And if Sylvia Lauren was like someone from before. Well, no, it's the 10,909 day thing. His whole life has been like this. I think Sylvia was just an actress and she recognized that he is like into her and she's kind of going like, oh my gosh, like she cared about him enough to tell him. He's about to discover the power he wields here. He's off script. He's off script. What do we do?
I have an appointment at Gable Enterprises.
They went bust.
Oh, shit. Oh my gosh. He saw the behind the scenes.
Don't tell me what's happening. I'll report you.
So this whole thing is an actual physical set. I mean, it does look very set-like.
Truman, what are you doing here? You okay? You look like shit.
I think I'm mixed up in something. On the elevator, there was no backing on it. On the radio, on the way to work, start to like follow me along. I think this is about my dad. I think he's alive. Anything happen? Maybe I'm being set up for something. You ever think about that, Marlon? Like your whole life has been building towards something? What was the furthest you ever got off the island?
Went all over. Never found a place like this, though.
I'm going away for a while.
Really?
Yeah.
Here's us at Mount Rushmore. Do you remember, Truman, when Dad was still with us?
It looks so small.
Things always do when you look back.
Just even him in the pictures, I'm not convinced.
A hymn of praise to small town life, where we learn that you don't have to leave home to discover what the world's all about. And that scene with the bowl of cherries is going to have you splitting your sides with laughter all over again.
One of these photos, a sign. Oh, wait, that was a picture that I'd seen before.
What's your rush?
There was that elevator disaster downtown. It was on the news last night. This elevator, it just plummeted down 10 flights. So wish me luck.
I'll cross my fingers for you.
I was wondering if that was all he was like surprised by. Following her.
Excuse me. May I help you?
My wife, Nurse Burbank. It's very important.
You know what? I'm afraid that's not possible. She's in pre-op.
Can you tell her I had to go to Fiji, and then I'll call her when I get there?
When you get to Fiji?
You got it. Sorry.
Jeez.
It's a couple.
Wow. They had to panic and so yeah, it's literally her on the left that he just talked to.
This isn't going to be pretty unless your family is okay.
Beautiful job.
The hell is... Oh, I get it. The poster's discouraging. Or you're just on your...
How can I help?
Break.
I would like to book a flight to Fiji.
Break from acting this.
I'm sorry, I don't have anything for at least a month.
A month? Oh, make other arrangements.
Last call for Chicago! Windy City, here we come. Hello.
Hi.
So where are we actually going?
You know where's the front.
Her first day as an extra? Oh, never mind. Never mind. My question is about to be like, where would they drive anyway?
Sorry, son.
I wonder if anyone's going to help him. Like, I would feel terrible knowing that I was doing this to someone.
Truman? Honey, are you okay?
Get in. That in just a moment, we will see a lady on a red bike, followed by a man with flowers and a Volkswagen Beetle. Look. Lady, flowers.
Truman, this is silly.
There it is! There it is! There...
Pattern recognition.
They go around the block. They come back. They go around again. They just go around and around.
You're upset because you want to go to Fiji, is that it? I think you should save for a few months and then go. You happy now?
Oh, this is so uncomfortable.
Let's go now.
I'm ready to go now. Why wait? Early bird gathers no moss.
Oh gosh, the fake laughter.
Truman, where are we
I don't
going?
really know. I guess I'm being spontaneous. Somebody help me!
Why would you want to go there?
Because I never have. That's why people go places.
Mm-hmm.
Truman, I think I'm going to throw up.
Me too.
Oh gosh.
Locked it
Traffic.
every turn. Beautifully synchronized.
Mm-hmm. That's a little too convenient.
Let's go home.
We could be stuck here for hours. We could be like this all the way to Atlantic City. Let's go back.
Can you please slow down?
Yes, I can. What's New Orleans like this time of year? Mardi Gras! Look, Farrell. Same road. No cars. It's magic.
You knew this would happen.
Drive.
Yo.
Drop for the brakes!
We'll be fine.
Exaggerating! Would you believe that? Oh my, Truman! We're on fire!
Smoke! You okay?
Yes!
I love this.
Truman, stop!
I feel like this is the most free he's felt.
So what, we're just gonna eat into our savings? Is that it?
Well, your savings are for spending eventually.
What now?
Oh, gosh.
Leak at the plant. They had to shut her down.
Is there anything I can do?
No, ma'am. Thank you for your help. You're welcome, Truman.
I feel like she asked that to be like, is there any direction for me? Yeah. How do they know who he is all the way out here? Go, Truman! Go, Truman! Run, Truman, run! Run! This is probably the most entertaining the TV show has been for the viewers, though, I will say that.
Thank you both so much for your help. I really appreciate it. Let me get you some help, Truman. Why don't you let me fix you some of this new Mococo drink? No artificial sweeteners.
What the hell are you talking about? Who are you talking to?
I've tasted other Cocos. This is the best.
Tell me what's happening!
You're having a nervous breakdown. That's what's happening.
You're part of this, aren't you?
There's a camera in his clothes.
Roman! Meryl! You are scaring me!
What are you gonna do? Dice me, slice me, or peel me?
Choice!
No! Do something!
What'd you say? Who are you talking to?
Nothing. I didn't say anything. Roman!
Talk to me!
I don't know anything. Please stop!
Truman?
Truman.
Oh, thank God! It's unprofessional!
She doesn't want this job anymore.
I don't know what to think, Marlon. Maybe I'm losing my mind, but...
No, you're just uncovering the truth. And sometimes that does feel like losing your mind.
It's a lot of world for one man, Truman.
I feel like I know this actor.
I've been your best friend since we were 7 years old, Truman. Remember that time I stayed up with you all night in your tent? Because you wanted to play North Pole, and I got pneumonia? You were out of school for about a month. You're the closest thing I ever had to a brother, Truman.
I hope he really means that.
Well, the point is, I'd gladly walk in front of traffic.
Or was he just instructed to say all this? Oh, hey, that guy.
Well,
I know him too.
the point is, I would gladly step.
Can't remember names right now.
And the last thing that I would ever do is lie to you.
Literally feeding these lines to him in the moment.
Everybody is in on it. I'd have to be in on it too. There is no it. You were right about one thing, though. And it started all this.
I found him for you, Truman. So I came by tonight.
Easy on the fog. Green Camp.
This is so messed up. His dad's just an actor too.
I never stopped believing.
I hate how many people watch this.
Fade up music.
That will win the ratings period.
I hate this. Like, I'm enjoying this movie. I just hate this moment.
1.7 billion were there for his birth. 220 countries tuned in for his first step.
Ugh. So yeah, his whole life.
The largest studio ever constructed, and along with the Great Wall of China, one of only two man-made structures visible from space. The Truman Show.
They dedicated a whole chunk of land like that for this. I want him to reach the edge.
Come with us now as we go live to the Lunar Room on the 221st floor of the Omnicam. The catalyst for the recent dramatic events on the show has been, of course, Truman's father, Kirk, his attempts to infiltrate the show. But before we get into that,
We have had our close calls in the past.
Truman! It's television! Yes!
this most recent breach in security, the first intruder to be a former cast member, writing Kirk back in, masterstroke.
Since Kirk started this whole crisis.
Oh my gosh.
Truman! No! That's off limits!
Why? What's over there?
Dangerous, that's all.
Not ever.
We were forced to manufacture ways to keep him on the island.
I like to be an explorer.
There's really nothing left to explore.
Truman's been terrified of the water ever since.
When Kirk read the synopsis for the Death at Sea episode,
They did that just to give him a fear.
I was just wondering how many cameras you got there in that town.
somewhere in the vicinity of 5,000. We started with just one. He was curious from birth.
What the fuck?
In competition with 5 other unwanted pregnancies, the casting of a show determined by an air date, Truman was the one who arrived on cue.
This concept is frightening. Although, oh my god, he's never had proper parents.
Everything on the show is for sale, from the actor's wardrobe, food products, to the very homes they live in.
Wow. This is basically like social media, though, when you think about it. This movie came out before social media.
We accept the reality of the world with which we're presented.
Hi, Christoph. I'd just like to say one thing. You're a liar and a manipulator, and what you've done to Truman is sick.
Sylvia.
We remember this voice, don't we? I love to reminisce with former members of the cast. Thrust yourself and your politics into the limelight. Did you know him?
Free Truman rally. I would be in attendance at that.
What right do you have to take a baby and turn his life into some kind of mockery?
I have given Truman the chance to lead.
This is not a normal life. Oh my God.
The world, the place you live in, is the sick place. Sea Haven is the way the world should be.
He's not a performer. He's a prisoner.
He could leave at any time. If he was absolutely determined to discover the truth, there's no way we could prevent him.
But he's tried fighting past your blockages.
Mike, the big news is that Meryl will be leaving Truman in an upcoming episode, and a new romantic interest will be introduced.
Yeah, Meryl's actor is like, I'm over this shit. Sir. This means that Truman can't even masturbate in peace. Well, he thinks he is, but he's not actually. That's terrible.
He's back to his old self.
I wouldn't say that just yet.
Trumania of the Burbank Galaxy.
Can you break the mirror?
Morning! Good morning.
Morning.
Oh, and in case I don't see you.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Beautiful day, isn't it? Every single day.
I like that he's just playing along.
Oh, sorry. Excuse me. Truman, this is Vivian. Vivian, this is Truman. Two of you are going to be neighbors.
The new love interest.
And back to medium.
What is that guy doing?
What's he doing in the basement?
He moved down there after Meryl packed up and left.
Any unpredictable behavior has to be reported.
He was just tidying up his garbage. I was gonna call you, but halfway through, he gave up and he fell asleep.
Isolate the audio.
Oh, it's not him. Oh, it's not him. It's not him.
He's still breathing.
Call him.
What do you
Tell him it's a wrong number. There. Stop it.
What?
Zoom in.
On which?
Under the chair there.
Enhance it.
Enhance. CSI Enhance.
If he couldn't have gone up the stairs, he must still be
Get
in the
Marlon
room.
over there.
Yo.
Truman! Surprise party! I got us a 6-pack of cold brewskis with our name on them.
Always. He always has that.
Shit.
Marlon, find him. He's still on the drone.
I don't think he is.
I know you're in here. I'm gonna find you. He's gone. Cut transmission!
Cut transmission?
Yes, I love it. Love it. Technical fault. I guess it doesn't happen very often, or at all. Oh my gosh. This is the ultimate proof that he needs, though.
Well, what about the college? Who's watching that?
I don't know.
We'll send somebody over there.
Where is he? I'm so curious. There's so many places he could be. There's so many places he could hide.
We need more light. We'll never find him this way.
It's way too early for that.
Is it a fuck it
Cue the
moment?
sun.
Turn on. Okay, yeah. Jesus.
What's the first positions, right?
I legit thought that this movie was about like a virtual reality, not like a fucking actual physical movie set with thousands of extras and a whole crew and like.
We're not watching in the sea.
How can he sail? He's in insurance. Isn't he terrified of the water?
Resume transmission.
I got 2 to 1. He doesn't make it.
Oh, I hate that.
There.
He's so happy. The moment he breaks out of this, Sylvia's gonna go find him.
Come on, get it moving. Get it out of here.
I'm using the bus driver.
Bottom line is they can't drive the boat. They're actors.
Okay, we're going to be accessing the weather program now. So hold on to your hats.
He'll turn back. He'll be too afraid.
I really hope this doesn't end with him dying. Although, why do I feel like the water isn't even that deep? Because there's a lot of water. And it's not the actual ocean, I don't think. I'm trying to remember the dome. It was all on land.
God's sake, Chris. The whole world is watching. We can't let him die in front of a live audience.
He was born in front of a live audience.
All right, it is deep enough.
You can do it! Hold on! Is that the best you can do? You're gonna have to kill me!
Increase the wind. Capsize him. Tip him over.
Damn you, Victor!
No, you can't. His tidings up to the boat.
Shut up!
That's enough.
Please don't actually be dead. Although if they're just going to keep this going with him, then maybe it is better to die. Oh shit, he's reached it. He's reached the end. God, that would be terrifying though. Oh my God, rip where it already, there's already a hole. Your boat made a hole. Go there. Truman. Is there a door? Oh, stairs. Stairs to a door. You have to end the show with this. This is a great final episode of the show.
Truman. I can hear you. Who are you? I am the creator of a television show. Then who am I? You're the star. Was nothing real? You were real. That's what made you so good to watch. There's no more truth out there than there is in the world.
There's a whole world that he's never experienced, brother.
I know you better than you know yourself.
Never had a camera in my head.
You're afraid. That's why you can't leave.
This creator is evil.
It's okay, Truman. I understand.
Don't do that.
I have been watching you your whole life. I was watching when you were born. I was watching when you took your first step. I watched you on your first day of school.
I know exactly what I'm talking about first during the review, by the way.
You belong here.
Go, Truman, go.
With me.
Ew. Fuck you. Does Truman even know curse words? This would have had to be a family-friendly show, so, like, none of the actors would have said it. And he's been here since birth, so...
In case I don't see ya. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Yeah.
Very fitting. Go get him, Sylvia. Oh, I'm glad the fans of the show are... Oh, okay, this makes me happy. I'm glad that people are happy he got out. Here I was thinking just the, like, free Truman people would be happy.
You want another slice?
No, I'm okay.
What else is on?
Yeah, let's see what else.
Where's the TV guy?
Yeah, let's see what else is on. Crazy. This is good. Enjoyed it a lot. All right, the first thing I want to talk about is the end, when Truman is finding out that he was adopted by a corporation. He's finding out that his birth was televised, and literally everything, his whole life has been televised. So people have watched his birth. They've watched him take his first steps. They've watched his first day of school, blah, 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 blah. I just couldn't help but think about kids of content creators, kids of internet influencers, kids who, as a child, as a baby, as a child, right? Like, they don't have any understanding of how the internet works. And then they've grown up, and then they learn and they understand, and then they realize how many photos and videos of themselves are on the internet and how many people have seen all of that. And it's just, yeah, that's immediately what I thought of during that scene. Obviously not quite exactly the same, because it's not like 24/7 televised to the entire world, but it's pretty darn close. And this, again, this movie was made like before social media was really a thing, not even close to the level it is now, but even when it first started. And back when it first started, like, people were kind of slow-ish to adopt, but also, like, the way that people used it back then when it first was a thing was different too. But just how it is now, social media and stuff, and how people will share everything so much, like, that's just, that conversation was the first thing I thought of. And that was what I wanted to talk about first, because I know I already mentioned kind of the social media thing earlier in the movie, but that in particular just really, really hit for me, you know? And I feel bad for Truman. Like, sorry, I'm not, like, I don't fully feel bad for him. Am I happy that he's escaped out of this? Absolutely. I'm so happy for that, because now Truman gets to finally live a life where he has some privacy. And he's never known that. He's literally never, well, it's crazy because he thinks, like, he thought he had privacy at one point, or not even at one point, sorry, his whole life. This is such shocking news for him. But now, out in the real world, he will be able to actually get proper privacy. I'm glad for that. It's gonna be weird for him to go out into a world where fucking everybody knows him, though, and he's a celebrity, because, like, that's never his first 30 years of life, just about, were televised. So everyone, even if people never tuned into the show ever, they're going to know of him because of how big he is in the world, right? So this man's never going to be able to really go anywhere without people gawking at him and maybe wanting his autograph or some shit. And anyway, my hope is that Sylvia, my headcanon is that Sylvia like just goes over there so fast to meet him wherever he's. I feel like he has to walk through like a bit of a wall first before he like is actually outside of this dome. I'm sure he's gonna look back at this, or he's gonna look at this dome from further out and be like, what the fuck? And he's gonna ask so many questions. He's gonna be like, why me? And then he's gonna find out that his parents, whoever, like his real biological parents, never wanted him. And there was a reason that they picked him, they said, but it was for such a, like, picking a baby like that, you would never know what kind of person they would become. But at the same time, I guess, like, it's so weird for me to think that, like, actors raised this baby and raised this child. And actors that had to commit to, like, a really long time there with him, like Marlon, the actor for Marlon, he said we were best friends since we were 7 years old. These men are 30 now. It's crazy. Like, what a job. Cool movie. Loved the concept. And it was both fascinating and terrifying. Definitely Black Mirror. Like, I now see why people had mentioned The Truman Show when I was looking up like people's thoughts on Black Mirror episodes. Because this whole movie is very Black Mirror before Black Mirror was a thing. Just, I can't handle the dedication put into everything. And you can so tell that they were going with sitcom vibes here, right? Like the acting from everybody was family friendly. It had like the stupidity and silliness that comes with sitcoms, you know, like nobody makes super smart decisions. Everyone's like extra cheerful for no fucking reason. And then you also had like the occasional moments, and I'm definitely thinking of like Full House with this, but then you had the occasional moments in the Truman Show where, like, you know, they'd be with Truman and kind of like had, you know, maybe a more serious discussion. And I could just picture it now, like how with every scene with that, like they'd be cueing the music guys to like, bring in like the solemn, like, but then heartwarming, uplifting, like after it, once, you know, like I can just, it seems like that's what they were going for. Not even just with everyone's acting, like all of these characters, right? Like I'm thinking of the twins, those two older men with the polka dotted ties, and how they were talking, the neighbors across the street, like, hi, Truman, you know. It's not even just that, but like the way the set was designed is also sitcom vibes to me. Like we've got the perfect like American neighborhood with the homes that are just a little too perfect. Like the market, the grocery store that he went in where Marlon was working, same thing. Like it didn't look normal, and it looked set up. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm just going to keep saying sitcom, but that's literally what this movie made me think of was, you know, your Full House, your, not even so much Friends, but like a Full House and older kind of is the vibes I got here. Including like kind of with how they were directing this too. Like I'm thinking back to those scenes where we're in that moon room with the guys, and how he was instructing like cueing in the music, and then also like instructing how to intervene and interact with Truman, who I'm assuming up until this point, like up until the beginning of or once he kind of started figuring things out, things were pretty mundane for the most part. But obviously, like, I mean, he had his routine, but they would have had to keep figuring out ways to make the show entertaining, right? So crafting new situations and bringing in new people for him to interact with and stuff. And you know, when I think back to sitcoms like Full House and stuff, like for the most part, the show was just kind of average, but like there was comedy and things were still going on. And then, you know, you had your serious like learning moments kind of thing, or advice moments or whatever. But like the scene with Marlon on the bridge when Truman is just really having his moment, and Marlon's, you know, sitting there and being a friend and talking to him, but then we switch to the guy that's like feeding him all the lines, right? Like, he totally took a page out of a sitcom book here, 100%. So that's why things just felt not real. Like, but again, Truman doesn't know any different. But then Truman himself, like the interesting part about basically making the show like a sitcom and so family friendly. And because these actors are essentially raising this boy and Truman himself has the default personality of like a sitcom character. So when Truman was having his crash out moment, because he's like, he knows something's up, but he doesn't know exactly what's going on. And he's like trying to figure it out. Like the way that he was crashing out felt very sitcom-like to me also, right? Like he's being extremely silly and over the top and just has this like huge kind of fuck it attitude. But the way he was doing it was still entertaining to watch. Like I think if it were me at least, and I maybe had this theory that like, oh my God, is this whole thing for me, or is this like a production? What's going on? I don't know that I would necessarily be like that. I almost think that I don't know how I would be, but it would almost be more effective to be extremely boring, like just go super flat and just have a complete change, but just, say nothing, do nothing, be boring, be nothing. And then, I don't know what I would do. Anyway, so that was just the vibe I got with this film. Truman Show, sitcom, 24/7 sitcom, 24/7 live sitcom, where main character, real person, not a character, not acting, just real person, 24/7. Here you go. I really appreciate also that we got so much footage of like people on the outside, because seeing people have like merch for this and placing bets at the bar, and the whole bar was like formatted as like a Truman Club house kind of place, like the Truman Bar, like it's only for like, it's probably a bar where it's set up to like only just watch, like he's on the TV all the time, and like you come here, fans of the show, you're here. What I really would have loved to see, though, just seeing that, like, when we checked in with Sylvia, she's got this, like, Free Truman, like, rally poster. I would have loved to see a protest. Like, I would have loved to actually see a rally, like, just for, like, 5 minutes. Just show us a Free Truman rally. Show us how many people are there. Show us, like, I'm sure that police are probably trying to, like, keep them at bay or whatever. Like, show that. Show people, like, protesting this and resisting this. I think that would have been awesome to see. Like, the moment that I saw that poster in her room, I was just like, oh shoot, like there's people that are against this, and I would have loved to see that. So that, like, I still think this movie is probably like a 4.5 out of 5 or a 5 out of 5 movie for me. But if it had that, like just 5 minutes of the people that aren't supportive of this whole fucking situation, like I would have loved to see that, because both sides, show us both sides. So yeah, Jim Carrey, fantastic. Yeah, really, really wonderful performance, and you just feel for this character. Like, at least I felt for this character. Like I could not imagine being in that situation at all. It's terrible and so unconsensual. Like there's no consent here. He was literally a baby. He was chosen while he was still in the womb basically, which is nuts. I hate that so much. And I kind of feel bad too for some of the actors, like not just Sylvia, but I also think that Marlon's actor, at times, I feel like there were some scenes, like maybe the scene where he was having that conversation with him about like, I'm not in on it, but he clearly is, obviously. He's just repeating the lines that are being told to him, and he knows that he's acting, but I almost wonder if he kind of felt like Sylvia did in a way, but didn't want to like risk his job or risk his life, right? Like it did kind of seem like he was struggling internally about this whole thing, especially like how hard would it be? I feel like it would be difficult, and I think this is why Meryl left in the end. Like, I think that Meryl realized, maybe Meryl also kind of felt like Sylvia in a little bit of a way. Like maybe Meryl left because, she was having a hard time. Also, Truman was like with tools and everything, like he was around her and like, with that up to her, and that would be terrifying, right? Like he could, you never know. Like he's the only non-actor here. He very well could just decide one day to fucking murder someone, and so I understand her fear in that moment, why she left. But I also can't help but feel like maybe she also was kind of like Sylvia, and that, wow, this is wrong, like I'm tired of this. Because it would be hard to act with someone that is real, like that isn't pretending, it's not an act, like this is their life and you're part of their life in such a fake way. Like it's like, I would hope that Marlon and Truman actually genuinely had some kind of friendship, but what if Marlon this whole time was just like, no, this is just my job. I don't give a shit about Truman. I don't want to believe that, but like it could. Anyway, just there's a lot to talk about with this movie. I feel I enjoyed it. It was fun to like, even knowing going in that like I knew that the reality or the life like was not what he thought it was. Like I knew that this movie still did have moments where it surprised me, and there were moments where I really wasn't sure where they were going to take the story. So I am glad that there was still so much I didn't know about it at all, because it was a very entertaining watch for me. Not to mention the very first scene of this movie, they spell it out that like it's a literal TV show. And then we see the 10,909 days. So yeah, quick math, you know that it's, yeah, basically for life. This also means that Truman is spending his 30th birthday out in the real world. So yes, Sylvia finds him. She gives him a wonderful 30th birthday, his first birthday out in the real world. Wonder what Truman would do. The whole world is his oyster. I feel like he would want to go to, Sylvia and him should go to Fiji. That should literally be the first thing they do. He doesn't have any money out here, but oh my gosh, maybe Sylvia, hang on. Maybe Sylvia is like, okay, first thing we're going to do is we're going to fight this company to get you accurately compensated, properly, appropriately compensated for the almost 30 years that you have been the star of the show. And then with that money, you don't have to work ever again, because technically Truman has worked his entire life 24/7. He has been in a job. So they are going to hire the best lawyer ever. And guess what? There would be a lawyer in this world that would do it pro bono, right? There would be a lawyer that absolutely would be like, Truman, yep, I will be your lawyer completely for free to help you get the money that you deserve. So anyway, they're going to win that lawsuit. And then Truman and Sylvia, their entire lives, they don't need to work. They're going to go to Fiji first. And then Truman's probably going to want to see a bunch of countries, north to Canada, across the ocean, Europe, Africa, go to Australia, New Zealand, the Middle East, Asia, fucking everywhere. South America, can't forget about that. Everywhere. You can also go all over the US, but everywhere. Anyway, I just want the best life for him, but that's my headcanon. Yep. Sylvia, lawyer, get money, get paid, travel, and just live. Enjoy the privacy. Yeah. Anyway, all right. I think that wraps up my thoughts. All right, I am going to go to Letterboxd now. Let's see what some other people have to say about The Truman Show. 5 stars. If I lived in a town where everyone looked like a Republican, I'd want to leave too. I love that that's the top one, by the way. The very first review. 5 stars. Imagine being able to make a man devote his life to seeing you again after speaking to him for one night. Sylvia's power. 4.5 stars. This movie is literally my life. I turned 30 and realized y'all were fake as fuck. All right, with that, I now turn it to you. I'm so excited to read your comments down below. Let me know what you thought of my reaction. Let me know your thoughts on this movie. Do you love this movie? Let me know the reasons why. Do you not care for this movie? I'd also be interested in knowing why. Thank you so much for spending the time with me. I really, really appreciate it. As always, Patreon is where you'll find full-length watch-alongs to not just everything that's here on YouTube, but I have so many exclusives, both movies and TV shows, that are not edited for YouTube either yet or will never be. I do have a long queue right now of like to be edited movies, so probably like almost a year's worth at this point, I think. So yeah, edits will be coming for a long time. Anyway, I appreciate you all so much. If you're not subscribed, I would so appreciate that. Click down below to do so, or on the screen. It'll be on the screen right now. If you want to watch something else of mine, I'll have some links on the screen as well. Thank you. We will see you in the next reaction. Have a good one. Or what? Oh fuck, what does he say? If I don't see ya, good morning, good evening, and good night. Was that it? Oh gosh, I'm terrible. Sorry, I've only seen the movie once. Anyway, that's how we'll end the video. Take care, everybody.